one of the joys of this campaign is I actually have no clue what's going on from day to day. So yeah, there's so much shit that if anybody's like, I just don't know what to do, it means that they're overloaded as opposed to there doesn't seem to be anything to do. So
speaking of not knowing what's going on, I was listening to a podcast, and it was with you guys. We're in the Shadow Academy, and Logan had given you my notes, and there was a section there about Princess Danny, and Logan. At first, I thought Logan was just messing with people in regards to what that section was about, and then I realized Logan wasn't messing. Logan completely forgotten what he had told me and what I'd written down. So that section that nobody could translate from Latin, it's not Latin, it's the lorem ipsum, it's the typeset that people put into for layouts and stuff. And that's what Logan told me was in the book when I looked it up.
Huh.
Hooray for Logan.
Yes, and Logan said, I think it might be a code or something, or you could, if you look it up in Latin, I mean, what the hell? It's Ipsen, it's lorem ipsum. You told me that's what it was in the book.
Glad it made sense for somebody.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a fried laptop card.
And I've got a numbers to letters card. So
I can tell every time Scott pushes the mouse. I'll tell you, Logitech silent mice. Oh, so sexy. So sexy.
Picking up my mouse?
Somebody's mouse.
Somebody, yeah. I suspect Scott because Sheila doesn't strike me as the kind of person who crush key. Whereas Scott, I can definitely see that.
It's not. I think it's a laptop mouse, as opposed to a mouse.
It might be.
Did it just do it?
Now, Scott muted himself in order to test it.
I'm using the touchpad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to hear a touchpad unless you're really into it.
Challenge accepted.
No, it's one of the touchpads that go crunch, crunch.
It's
two buttons or something.
I find it annoying that you have to buy a special silent mouse because people like hearing. It's like, fuck you. You don't need to hear ka-chunka every time. Anyway, so speaking of Kachenka, you guys are sitting around in the White Dove. You can hear the chunk, 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 which is the background noise of horses, especially horses in harness and stuff, with the clip clopping and the ka-chunka, chunka. Oh, excuse me, I got a knock, I think.
Tarot cards.
Oh, yes.
Yes. We've got a few more tarot cards to go for you too.
I haven't been to Gothic for a while.
Yeah. Oh, last time I was here, we got attacked by night gaunts.
Wait, what?
I don't know what those are.
You don't know what night gaunts are?
No.
I would have thought with Glenn's background, he would be quite familiar with night gaunts.
Or maybe I'm familiar with them and I don't know their name.
They're Cthulhu mythos creature. They tickle you. They're the flying creatures that from Dreamlands that tickle you.
It's goddamn lucky I have great hearing, or else I'd never hear these fuckers knocking. It's like, I don't want anybody to be home. So you guys are hearing the relentless ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk of horse-drawn carriages, people cheerfully yelling fuck off to each other, and so on outside.
Yeah, 3 night gaunts attacked the roof of the White Dove, and their purpose seemed to be to either take me away or get blood samples, which they succeeded in getting some skin and blood off me.
Excuse
we
me.
managed to kill one of them, but the other 2 flew off.
Dang.
And then I got fined for being naked in the street after I got dropped from three stories. So I wasn't happy, and almost dead as well after that. So yes, that's what happened the last time I was here.
And now you're back.
And we left very shortly after that.
You're not sure why so many of Holmes' stories end up with, and then I was fine for being naked in the street, but.
So yes, Logan wear the wound, the X wound on my back, since it's been a while now, does it still throb?
No.
Occasionally. Okay.
Not at all. I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about.
Good.
Do we get tarot cards for Gothic World?
I don't believe so.
Have you been here before? I think you have.
I don't think we've been here since we realized that we're supposed to get cards every world we go to.
So, Gothic hasn't changed sufficiently to cause you to get additional cards.
Have you ever gotten cards for being in Gothic?
You would have come here from the Shadow Academy back then.
Yeah, we didn't get our first cards until we went to, it was Genovia.
So this is
maybe it was
as in Melwicks?
Yeah.
Or you were talking about Beastkin, San Angeles?
Not everybody got cards in all the zones they went to. Sometimes it seemed to be not happening for some reason.
I'm making a list.
But there were, if we have found if the zone has sufficiently changed, as you know, we will get additional cards, which has happened.
Okay. Right. I've been meaning to check out the magic library I've been hearing about.
Yeah, we're down to one book, unfortunately.
The look on his face, like, are you
disappearing? Kidding? But we can go into the old library and.
It should be fun. You guys have never been in there before, right?
Nope.
No.
You've never been into the old library. Okay, this will be a new and exciting experience then.
The last time we were at the White Dove, there was some sort of futuristic car crashed in the roof.
There are flying cars in this zone. They use Magitech. So they use the Chris's, the lightning created sand crystals to fly them, to power them, but they use really big ones.
Now you guys can go out and buy a flying car if you want to.
No.
What's the worst that could possibly go wrong?
Besides not having the ability to steer one and not having the money to buy one.
Other than those trifling things.
If I had the money, I would totally buy one.
Actually, are either of you any good at negotiation? At haggling?
Bargaining?
Yeah.
No. I'm just learning.
Okay, that's right. Got a couple of valuables that need to be traded in for Muller, but need someone decent being able to do a decent haggle to get a good price for them.
I'm sure you can get by without all that.
Well, worst comes to worst, yes, but I'd rather not.
So, are you taking them to the library then, Pete?
Yes.
He gets up and starts leading you through the White Dove, which looks like it's quite refurbished. There's a very surprised-looking butler who stops and gets to one side, and he's like, "Hello, sir. It's nice to see you back." He looks really
Hello.
surprised to see you. Like, holy shit, where'd you come from?
This isn't the tottering dude, Stanley?
No, you haven't seen him around in a while, nor has anybody for some reason.
It's all right. He's probably died in a corner or got killed in the fire or something.
Quite
Or
possibly.
Alex has taken him off somewhere else to have fun with him. As the whole reason we got him was Alex wanted him.
Alex does weird things with butlers, let me tell you.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I saw the tape of him taping the guy to him.
Yeah.
Best
Disturbing.
ever.
Anyway.
You breeze by the butler and ignore him and his puny hellos, and take them over, and there's a huge picture of a really old-fashioned library. We're talking the kind that has some clay tablets, some scrolls, books. The books are chained to the shelves and stuff. There's some weird orb thing in the picture, and he takes you over. It's a huge oil painting, wall-size picture, a big wall-size picture, not the puny American houses wall size. I mean, like, this is a wall type wall size, right? And right.
Either of you familiar with John and Justice Swift?
One of them.
Not in this lifetime.
In a fuzzy past life sort of way.
Yes. Well, you might notice the signature in the corner there of who painted this picture is Swift. We don't assume it is senior, not junior.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, but just as an aside, if you are familiar with them in past life.
I have this vague recollection of a past life of a Swift painting using vomit.
Vomit art.
Vomit art became right in skill.
That was in vogue.
Really? I'm glad I missed that stage of art.
Yeah. Nowadays they'd call it outsider art, I think.
All right. So basically what you need to do is you need to focus yourself on the painting to get through it. Focus your core essence, your core magical ability basically to get through the painting. And it's basically like a giant trump card.
No. Okay. I gather my mojo.
Excellent. Give me an essence times 2 to gather enough mojo to pass in.
Wow.
I thought you wanted to look at the book, Glenn.
Well, the books are in here. No.
Cool. Also, you know that by clicking the ×2 next to your essence stat, it does all the figuring for you.
It's ×4.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you click on the essence button, your stats are also buttons.
Oh, I haven't filled out my character sheet.
Oh, you suck.
Yes, I was going to say, like, that's assuming the character sheet's been filled out.
I was making that assumption because everybody else, even the new guy who hasn't played yet, has filled his out. So, right.
Some have filled them out with lots of grumbling and swearing and abusing. But...
Yeah, well, but they all seem to like it after they use it. And plus, it looks really cool. Sheila, why don't you give it a shot and show up him?
Well, first I wanted to see if my little buddy is already been housed differently.
Yes. He is as discussed. He is a necklace. I think you said like a little skull necklace or whatever.
I was thinking like a kind of a goodish size, like an infinity sign with like glowy jewels to mimic his eyes.
Well, the more interesting you make the necklace, the more it will stand out, as opposed to, this is just a necklace that is made that nobody cares about. So depends on how much you want to have it stand out. But
probably not much.
You could almost go with like a plain gold chain and stuff like that if you wanted to not stand out at all, because nobody cares about a plain gold chain. It's just something women wear and men don't know why. And then sometimes men wear it and they think it's to attract women. And the women are attracted because they see the gold and think, I can probably get that off him without him noticing. Oh, the pickpocketing women. Or you could have it be the infinity symbol with gems in it, however you want. I mean, but
yeah, we'll go for smaller, not glowy. I do want it. I don't know if I'm a wonderful pessimist. If I were to lose this, if I'd be able to just inherently identify it, if it was just plain gold chain.
Because of the unusual shit that this creature has been through. As I said before, even if you lose it, now there may be, it will either come back to you in some way or you'll just find it on you, which in this campaign totally makes sense. Or there may be a quest to retrieve it or whatever, but eventually you will get it back. It will always come back to you.
So you won't have to worry about going into a pawn shop and trying to work out which one of the 50 gold necklaces is yours.
That's what I was thinking, Pete.
Yeah. This one will always come back to you. Plus, this one talks to you and shit. So, I mean, not often. Pretty much if you ask it stuff, but it doesn't know much right yet. But since you've chosen to go with the delayed gratification for the powers and stuff, this one is already got several attributes that if you were to make a amberite type item that you would normally have to build up skill and put into it and stuff, like it's intelligent and stuff, you could eventually, if you gave it like different kinds of statistics, like if you gave it dexterity, then the necklace could crawl around on its own, for example, etc. If you give it skill and spells, if you build up the skill to give it skill and spells, then it could eventually cast spells on its own and shit like that. But
I had an idea for that.
Oh yeah, I think it should have a silence spell.
That's a fucking beautiful idea. But Sheila, go ahead and give me your essence times 2 roll if you'd like to try to go into the library. But yeah, your necklace is great. It's all taken care of. Right now, it doesn't really have any special powers, but nobody, if it doesn't look fancy, nobody really wants it. It doesn't detect as magic because it's it's amberite magic because it's got residual pattern in it. So if somebody has detect pattern, though, they'll go like that. So
I'd not make it.
All right. Both of you guys stare at the painting and then look at Holmes, who looks at you.
All right.
The mark.
Yep, nice. All right, put your hands on my shoulders.
Put your hand on my shoulder.
And in we go.
Right. And in you go. You guys step into the library. It looks so much more real from this side of the painting. On the other side, it's just like the empty hallway, which does lead Holmes to speculate. I wonder if we were to change things in the hallway, if we could still get out or if it would change. And he goes down this whole thought process. Fortunately, you guys don't have to listen to his internal monologue, which is now typing out shit like a computer, possibly on a form feed. And instead, you hear some people arguing and some kind of a high-pitched female going, if you just filed the books like I told you to, then you wouldn't have these problems. Also, the area, for some reason, give me smell rolls, both of you.
Made it.
Smells like in the past somebody has burned popcorn here.
I know what that smells like.
Uh-huh.
I burned popcorn so bad you can still hear it, smell it. It's realistic.
Nice. Oh yeah. Anybody who's ever worked in the office probably knows that smell too, because there's always the one dude who doesn't know how to microwave popcorn. But yeah, there's a faint smell of that. Also, yeah, just a lot of weird sounds and stuff, people shuffling around and things like that. And it's on the other side of a big bookshelf. Like you're kind of standing in the entryway, which is like the what was shown in the painting. And then you can walk around the big bookshelf to wherever the noise and grumbling and bitching is coming from.
So one of the things with the painting is that the books that are here and that globe, if they're moved, that'll disrupt the link. We assumed that was the case, and we actually discovered that was true, as somebody had removed that globe, and we had to find another way into the painting to reset it, so that, because instead of showing a picture of the old library, that huge painting actually was all swirly paint.
Huh.
So
Like pocket art.
So the voices you can hear are people that have been brought in from MMO land to start cataloging everything. Because it's so huge, it will take years for an individual to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Logan.
Hello.
Have you done any work on the depths of the stacks, or is it still TBD?
I appreciate you asking. I will, hold on, let me add it to my to-do list. My to-do list right now is 726 words long.
So we've speculated that due to the nature of this, that it's potentially there. If you were to wander far enough deep in there, you may end up other places.
You realize this is going to become another Sewers of Disappointment complex thing, right? Because there's different levels to this where you can go up and then over and then over, and yeah, it's going to be ugly.
So yeah, so there was a small cinema in there. That's why you can smell the popcorn, because some idiot, when he was previously told not to use the popcorn machine, went and used it anyway, started a small fire, and destroyed the movie that we had of Zog's Generals.
That's how it got destroyed.
Yes.
Mark it off in the storage then.
Yes.
I think it should already be marked off.
It should be marked off.
As well as the popcorn machine.
Yeah, we never noted the popcorn machine down.
I would have put it under assets.
Well, I didn't think it in the library, and
There's still a movie
didn't want the library to burn down.
Okay.
But yeah, so let us go and see if the librarians have found anything of interest.
Sounds good.
Well, the female librarian seems to be not a goblin, what's it called? Gnome, thank you. The rest seem to be human. Pete, they're up to about 15, 20 people wandering around here. They seem to be getting a big stack of books ready. All of them are dealing with horses, animal husbandry for horses, horses for dummies, the big book of horses, what is a horse, that is not my cow, etc.
Anything about lizards?
No. By the way, if you've never gotten the book That Is Not My Cow for your kids, if they're young enough, they'll love it. Terry Pratchett.
Oh.
Children's book. Actual children's book. And they have that here because apparently there's some discrepancy as to what a horse is. So that's what they're mainly pulling from the shelves. And packaging up, possibly for shipment elsewhere.
Howdy.
Everybody fucking freaks out, jumps up in surprise, and looks around wildly. A couple of them grab weapons and shit. One guy manages to nearly decapitate somebody else, but the other guy ducked. And so he just plowed into his books and shit. These guys are not combat ready and seem really twitchy for some reason. Oh, hi, says the lady after coming out from under a desk she'd immediately dove under.
You expecting to be attacked or something?
She gives you a really level look. In her eyes, you can tell she's seen too much. Yes, she says.
Has there been any, besides the individual that stole the globe to get our attention, has there been any other things that make you suspect that you might be in danger?
We hear strange noises. One of the librarians went missing. We decided he would either come back or not. We told him not to go down there, but he did.
Mm-hmm.
We strengthened the defenses and put more traps.
Okay. So yes, this is Glenn and Dana. Could you please give them a rundown of what's going on?
We're librarians. We're doing things with the books. She nods at you. She looks at McKay like,
How is it going?
Slow.
Yes. Have you found anything of interest of recent times?
We've been looking for a lot of books on horses because finally horses have gone to Kinleyville and the Middle Plains.
Yes, we took them there.
You're welcome.
Oh. We got more horses too then. They weren't looking good, so we have to nurse them back to health. They all came in, they were all labeled pimp horses for some reason. We don't understand why.
Unless Alex has brought other horses there from somewhere else.
All the horses were wearing like black robes that said pimp on them.
Okay. I've got no idea what they go with. They weren't the ones we brought along. Ours were lizard horses.
We're working on trying to figure out what is a horse and what to do with them and how to make more of them and how to use them, because we saw a picture where somebody was plowing a field with it and we got really excited about that.
Yeah, well, that was the whole reason we took brought the horses so they could be used for pulling wagons and stuff, because they're a lot easier to use than those annoying centipedes, giant centipede thingies.
The rhinopedes?
Yes.
I love my pet rhinopeed.
Can you pull a wagon with it?
I don't love it that much. No, I can't.
Exactly. Can you plow a field with it?
No.
Can you feed it on the land as opposed to having to find dead animals?
No.
Well then.
So horses can do all those things.
Yes. And they don't need to worry about, I mean, yes, like us, they need to worry about the sun, but they don't need, but they're not like the rhinopedes where they've got to stay in caves and shadows and stuff because they really hate the sun.
And they have enormous cocks, says one of the librarians looking at a picture.
Well, like most animals of that size, yes.
Is that what they use to plow the fields? She asks.
No.
Oh.
They use that for mating with.
Oh. Well, I just thought if they were big enough, you just get them excited and make them walk the field.
I don't know. I think that would probably be painful.
Oh. One of the guys looks at her and goes, more and more is explained about your previous love life. And she just backhands him.
And because I can't find it, what was your name again? I don't know if anybody's actually introduced me to you, to be perfectly honest.
Hold on, let me find her picture here. I think I've got it right here. Why am I not able to see this? I see what's going on. You bastard web pages. Yeah, who's the boss now? Right, her name is Janet.
Janet.
Hold on, I've got a picture of her here.
Lovely. Excuse me.
Reveal. Thank you.
She looks more goblin than gnomish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apparently, that's what happens when you think you're going to be playing a role-playing game on the computer, and you make some bad choices with character selection, and then you get stuck that way for a few years in real life. Ain't that a bitch?
Mm-hmm. All right. No worries.
Mm-hmm. She seems competent. She's definitely in charge of the librarians. There seems to be about a 50-50 split of librarians, and they come in the normal human rainbow of colors because everybody likes computer games, and if they don't, I don't even want to hear from them.
All right. So one thing we might do is have a look in Beastkin San Angeles to see if there's any books at the general store or whatever on horses and animal husbandry.
They've got a couple stacks here. You're thinking they're probably pretty good.
Okay. I was just thinking because of them being lizard horses. So from our understanding, they're pretty much.
Oh, no.
Very...
You don't understand. The lizard horses are good.
Oh, okay. You're fine.
But we got real horses too.
Okay, so like Dana's notes were of use for the lizard horses. That's good.
They kind of, yeah.
Okay, good.
They're full of lizardy goodness, I guess. They don't seem to get along with the other horses though. But somebody brought one male horse and 2 girl horses, and so we're trying to get them to fuck, and we're hoping that the male horse isn't gay. Like Ted, shut up, she says. I'm not, says Ted. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Shut up, Ted. She screams at him.
Okay.
They don't know how much.
Does this library count as its own zone?
Not yet. Right now.
Good question, though.
Hey. He's after the fucking cards. I think there's 3 decks worth out there, but you've got one of them activated so far.
And we're still missing cards from the second deck. So they're probably in people's pockets still. And they've forgotten about them all.
All
right. Anyway, so yeah, this is the library. This is the old library.
Believe me, when this fucker balloons out to as big as the sewers of disappointment, has its own thrills and chills and shit like that, yes, you'll definitely get cards. It's a great thought, though. I'll make a note of it in my notes.
Cool.
He did message me to remember we did not receive cards when we went to Burlington last time.
Sure.
Dana and Glenn.
Okay, here's some cards then. Cha-ching. Find it. Looking. Thank God for this Scrivener program. I'll tell you what, without Scrivener, we would all be fucked. Let's see. Okay, Scott picks up the 6 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. And Dana picks up the Queen of Cups and the Star. A star is born. Star. There you go.
Got it.
Cool.
Did you want these now?
Yeah, we might go to Beastkin.
Yep, check them in the safe.
We'll go. What do we need to do here? Some research?
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Librarians look panicked. Don't fucking touch anything, says Janet.
I'm going to show you how it's done.
He immediately knocks over one of the shelves, scattering scrolls and shit, and then hits another shelf, and then another shelf, and Janet just looks at him like,
that would have happened, except I have a master researcher card.
God damn that card.
You should have actually specified you were trying to find something.
Yeah. So you found a book about
anyway.
like it's a pop-up book. When you open it, it shows a bunch of shelves, and if you slide a little thing, it begins to show them getting knocked over. It's awesome.
You should have said, Logan, I want to find a book on blood, and Logan said, oh, if you crit it, you could find something like that.
Hmm.
No, I like his pop-up book. Everybody's very impressed with it.
Amber. You need to find out more about Amber. Actually.
This book is almost as cool as the pop-up book of phobias. Which I found out is a real book, which I find a little disturbing and fun.
Mm-hmm. It's apparently Doc and Mildred and Freddie have been to Amber recently.
Good for them.
So yes.
Have you two been? You two have been to Amber, and
Yes, I took them to Amber.
Well, all three of you have, and everybody was taught oh shit, that's right. No problem. Everybody give me a luck roll. I want to know who gets worst. Dad, looks like Sheila's safe from this one.
Luck.
Failed by 5.
Yep,
Or succeed by 5, rather.
Well, that means you. As you're playing with your pop-up book, it shows like you've got like a little tab that makes like a little guy flip off, and you can waggle his finger back and forth at the tab. They have everything here. And what is Glenn's last name?
James.
Oh, goddamn, I wouldn't have guessed that. Right. You hear somebody whisper, Glenn James.
Huh?
Now, give me a listen roll, and if you make it by half or less, then you can try an empathy roll, and I will give you more information.
Listen, not at half.
That's your homework for after this game session is fill out your goddamn character sheets, or you make your kids do it for you. This is the benefit of having children. Double check their work, punish them if they mess it up. All right. So you just heard that as a whisper. Everybody looks at you when you go, what? And they go, what? And these other two people are like, what?
Who's whispering?
Not I. Mildred was hearing whispering, and she thought it was Alex. Oh, sorry, she thought it was Doc doing it.
Meanwhile, your ring is kind of tugging on your brain a little bit. In fact, if you wanted to wear your ring on your chain, since you need a chain to wear your ring on anyway, because you don't keep it on your finger, so that way you're not invisible, you could do that as well, Dana. Because what possible harm can there be combined? Oh, Christ, I can feel the power of evil coursing through my veins. Are they on different chains, right? Is the ring on a different chain right now, Sheila?
You know, I look down. I guess they're on the same one.
Nice. Nice. You can feel the ring tugging a little bit at the corner of your brain, but it's just normal tugging. No. Fortunately for you, you're way too stable to fucking give into squatting in a corner, eating a fucking raw fish, and playing with your precious.
Alrighty then. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do here at the library?
Okay, nothing is messing with you.
Sorry, I
Right?
was just going to say, but the only other thing is that we did find some magic books, but unfortunately, I think we're down to one now. And I think you already know it. I think the one left is Meta Magic.
Oh. Why'd they save that one?
Because
It's going
that's
soon.
what
Everybody knows
that's
that.
how it. Yeah, unfortunately, when they lost the other books, that was the one that whenever the last one went bye, they said,
Oh, I almost forgot, Sheila, on your
I'll
ring
double-check
and your
which one it
necklace,
is.
right? If you ever get a magic item goes bye-bye card, ignore those 2 items and it goes straight to other items. It'll still affect you, but it'll affect other shit.
My decoder ring that I stole off of Joshua last time.
Like that. Yes,
I took it for my ring and then I never gave it back.
fair enough.
Sorry, Joshua. I shouldn't have said that out loud.
So, right. You guys are staying there in the library. Most of the librarians are now ignoring you and going back to work. A couple are keeping an eye on you. Like one of you is planning on pushing over all the bookshelves soon and ruining, a couple months worth of hard work.
So, was there any pressing things either of you two wanted to do?
Well, we had found that new zone that we didn't really explore. I don't know if we can get back to the entrance to it now that Night City is nuked or whatever.
Yeah, we can still get back to there. Not via Night City, though, but via the sewers underneath the embassy.
Which new zone are you talking about?
Through the Dragon's Mouth, I assume he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dragon's Mouth exists underneath the Australian embassy. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check my notes of... where are we?
Was that the handy zone you're talking about?
Yeah.
Assuming it still goes. Yep, closed Dragon Mouth. Yep, it's still there. Cellar, Slope Down, Maze, Strange City, closed Dragon Mouth. Assuming that it still goes to there and doesn't go somewhere else now.
I personally don't advise that handy zone. Yeah, I'll let you know if I can boost up some different shit on there.
Fair enough.
You've got access, though.
We haven't really explored MMO land. Just kind of visited there last time and played with the tarot cards.
Yeah, I spent a month or so, I don't know how long, walking through jungles and other assorted exciting things, getting eaten by mozzies. So,
did you actually map anything while you were there, Pete, or was it already covered on the map?
Let's see.
Because I'll tell you, some people yesterday went to about 20 different places, didn't map any of it. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah, if they don't want to. It'll make it hard to get back to stuff if they want to get back to stuff. But that was that dealt with.
It's a lot easier to map that zone than the sewers. The sewers are intentionally made complicated.
Waterfall, jungle, path, crude structure, big Groot statue.
Did you say Groot statue?
Big crude statue, which was in the cavern that we got the eyes from.
I was just imagining a big tree going like Groot. Yeah, we don't care.
I've got no idea what I meant by that note there. Yeah, Fig Jungle.
I can't take it any longer. I put on my ring.
You believe you're invisible. You feel so much better.
All right. Because one of the, if you guys didn't have anything pressing that you wanted to do, I had 2 thoughts. well, out of the multiple possibilities, there was two things we could potentially do. When we were doing some sewer clearing, we found a mushroom ring, which I believe was a gate, and have not gone to see where it goes yet. Unless you guys have actually gone through that mushroom ring.
Glenn is experiencing his technical difficulties.
Oh, okay.
So I'm having it so he can hear.
I was gonna say no mushroom ring then.
And he'll try to get back on.
Yeah. And the other thing is just exploring the sewers further. Now that we've got a group of miners and a foreman, etc., working for us, it makes getting through all the annoying bits very easy. Except for that one bit where they kept collapsing the tunnel on us. But besides that,
what could possibly go wrong?
You know, all the bits that previously needed contortions through, don't need to worry about that anymore. All the bits that were caved in, removed.
Although I've got to say, you can really spot the experienced characters, because when it comes to contortions, they all can do it as a living. Contortions, sprinting, anything to get away. It's like, I can dislocate both my arms.
So we opened up quite a bit of the sewers by just getting them to clear stuff. So previous areas we couldn't get to, we can now get to. So that is a possibility as well. Otherwise, yeah, there's plenty. The people in MMO land had about 20 different things they needed assistance with, so they probably still need assistance.
I vote for that, says Janet.
If you really want to do that sort of stuff, or we could
There's some very bad stuff going on and getting ready to go down in what you call MMO land. We call it home.
Yes, but if I was referring to home, I would not be referring to your home.
I'm just saying it's important to us. I know that you guys have different stuff that you're doing, but it's important to us because it's our home.
Yes.
It's where we live.
Yes. No, you don't. You live here now.
She just looks at you and sighs.
Sorry. Bad joke.
I kind of do, though.
Yes, I know.
We've hooked up showers. We get water and have to bring it in and out of here all the time and stuff. Yeah, that's why we've got several strong backs and stuff. I am not just a strong back. I am a human. Shut the fuck up, she yells at him.
So you didn't get any choice in some of the people that got here?
Some of the people that are here are actually here because they've been naughty, but not naughty enough to just kill. So that's why they get to carry water back and forth and back and forth. God help them if they splash the painting with the water.
Yes.
And doing this, they can regain their place in society and stuff. This is just the minor crimes and stuff. Or
somebody chose the thief class and discovered they weren't very good at it, huh?
And we're back.
Hooray!
Sorry about that.
That's right.
You're pretty sure you did hear that whisper, though, and it didn't come from anybody around here.
Huh.
Unfortunately, you didn't hear it that well.
I'll go look around the bookshelves.
Yeah, there's nothing going on there.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right.
When people talking to you.
Let us leave this place for another place.
The librarians breathe a collective sigh of relief as you guys go around the corner. Now, let's see. Getting out is well, for Pete it'll be easy, but for you guys, you may as well try your essence times.
Go for it. Yeah, try it first. See if you can get out.
Because if they can make it out on their own,
once you do it, you'll find it's easier to come and go.
No.
But
you're never gonna make it. Never make it. So you grab them both, Pete. Give me your essence times 5.
Yeah.
You guys can make a note that getting in or out until you can do it on your own is essence times 2. Once you do, it's essence times 5. It gets much easier.
There you go.
Okay.
He makes it look like a fucking door that's open all the time, like an automated door, but easier. On the other hand, if you can ever get in on your own, it's a guaranteed check in essence, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, where do you wish to go? Or you could go you could go back to the withdrawing room. That's where some people withdraw from alcohol and others plunge right in and sit around in comfy chairs and talk to each other. Possibly find out how much finances is left and stuff.
All right. So
I found my list of plots.
The butler approaches and he says, "Excuse me, sir, could I have a quiet word with you to McKay?"
Yes.
It's been about 3.5 months since anybody was here from your team, sir.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, sir. Our funds are running a bit on the thin side, sir. We're not down to eating rat again, thank goodness, and we haven't had to lay anybody off, but I thought I would let you know.
Thank you. I did not realize it had been that long, nor that it had not been topped up recently.
No, sir. Only you seem to give a shit. I just wanted to make sure because I know that this painting is magical and people come in and out. And if we get behind on our taxes, the city has begun taxing us as well a bit, even though we don't actually own the property or anything like that and rent it, but they are taxing us. Something about an occupation tax, and of course, fireplace tax, window tax, etc. But if we get behind on that and the building is seized, then the magic painting might be lost and such. So I thought I should mention.
Yes.
So
no worries.
We should be okay for another few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. You fucked off.
Butt in. How much are we talking here?
B, what's your operating costs here?
I'd have to check the list.
Check it twice. I'm pretty sure that you've been naughty and not nice. Elf killer.
White Dove Weekly came to 295 silver.
Whew.
This place is fully staffed. It's nice. It's clean. It's comfortable. It's a fucking giant theater. Imagine how much it'd be if you paid for it.
And that's not including upgrade costs. That's just keeping it maintained.
Oh, yeah. For another, I believe you're back to a very sturdy level 1, almost level 2.
No. I've been told we're back to level 2. Doc told me that they got it back to level 2.
Okay, so for another 30,000, you can get it up to the high life. Of course, if anybody actually still gave a shit about acting, nobody ever takes the craft seriously, then you could have plays and such going on here. Although then that means opening up parts of the theater to John Q. Public. And if it's possible for John Q. Public to leave the parts that are open to them and wander into the private parts, possibly finding a giant painting, mugging a couple librarians, peeing on things, etc., they'll do it. Because that's just how they roll.
I suppose the question is, what benefit to us is there in upgrading the White Dove any further?
Other than personal comfort, which honestly the PCs don't care about as much as they would if they were forced to live there in real life, although there's no Wi-Fi here, so what's the fucking point? But other than that, yeah,
Yeah.
not a huge amount.
I mean, because
Oh,
originally,
okay.
as you said, there was thoughts of actually getting the theatre going as a means of having funds to maintain the place.
Oh, yeah. But
But
yeah, nobody seems interested in dealing with that kind of shit.
oh, and he's gone again.
I suspect it's the ghost. I am hearing weird background noises and stuff occasionally,
Yes,
possibly.
same.
Yes. Sheila, please punish your husband.
I think that he's trying to vacuum it, so that seems like punishment enough.
Is
Vacuum it.
vacuuming the computer?
Yes.
Have him do the house afterward.
That's what it
So, continuing on with you two, because he's having technical difficulties and
Yeah.
possibly will need a new computer by the end of the day. Do you guys want to go sit in the comfy chairs? Perhaps have some sort of crumpets, maybe some whey.
Yes. All right. So Glenn mentioned finding his list of plots. Actually, something you might know, Dana. Back in Red Carpet, did you ever look into? Now, I should start from the beginning. When Lopan appeared, he came for a rift, but before Lopan walked through the rift, two other guys ran out of the rift and disappeared. Now, when I was thinking about it, looking through my notes, I think one of the guys we spotted as a waiter at, I can't remember the name of the A-grade listers.
The butler is approaching. Excuse me. Sir, madame, could you please come with me?
Okay.
He takes you away from the painting. He says, I've been told to keep that area clear, sir. Otherwise, people can't get out.
Yes.
No problem. He installs you guys into the withdrawing room,
yes.
drinks in your hands, and now
anyway, that A-grade listers party, I think one of them was pretending to be a waiter or something and was seeing who was seen to be spiking people's drinks and watching them to see what would happen after they drank it. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
Doc
trying
and
to find vampires.
He was trying to find vampires, was he? Okay.
Yes, I believe.
So
he's got there.
Was he with another individual? Because there was two of them that fled through the gate before Lopan. Was he by himself? Can you recall it all? Alright, if you can't. And do you know if he was a Dora, which is the more important question?
I think that he had come here, like, to check on vampires being in this area, in the red carpet. I talked to him. I don't know. Apparently I take not nearly the same level of notes as other people.
It was quite a while ago. It was like 2 seasons ago or something. Or 1 season, 2 seasons ago.
Can't believe you don't keep extensive encyclopedias.
2 seasons ago. It was like 2 seasons ago, so. The main reason I'm curious about is that I'm trying to work out what causes the agents to appear.
Okay.
And one of the theories we have is that the agents only appear when it's Doras that are interfering with the reality of the zone. As in, if it's not Doras doing it, they won't appear, based on what we've seen happen in Burlington. So, hence why I was thinking that perhaps one or both of those people were Doras, which is why the agents appeared and were that big battle occurred with them and the gang, the street gang there.
That's a good theory.
Yeah, that's all. I was just curious. People who would actually, because Doc and I got distracted by other stuff at the time, so I didn't bother looking into him. That I wasn't sure if anybody else had actually looked into him and the other guy.
No, we did not look into him.
Excuse me. That's right. Well, the fact that you think he was looking for vampires means that you sounds like you did more than what Doc and I did. We just observed him and then got distracted by other things. So you may have actually spoken to him or something.
I do not usually drink. As you see, my cup is still full. So he was also following me around, kind of watching for me to drink.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
that's a fucking phenomenal memory. Here's another card. Think. I know Pete keeps extensive notes because he's into, I'm solving this whole campaign. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went in. I think I went into another room because I saw it, and then we had a very brief talk or something, I think, and I drank it because he wanted. It was something about he was trying to see who was a vampire or not, that they would.
Because the theme of the party was vampires. Yeah. Yep. So he thought there might have been actual vampires there.
And then. Yeah, I don't remember what happened after that though. Would be the useful part.
That's right.
We ended up just escape. Did we remember our gift bags?
Yes, we never did. Actually, we were seriously considering taking that trip to the. Oh, did we? I can't remember if we did in the end or not. That week trip to the retreat.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, you did. Nice. Yeah, back again.
This is the only campaign I know of where the PCs go to a star-studded gala and get gift bags that have stuff in them and then use stuff. It's like, ooh, lotion. Yeah.
Glenn, I don't know how much you were able to hear. I tried to pump up my speaker.
Yeah, did you hear any?
I heard you talking about drinking.
That's right.
I was asking.
You're in the drawing room with a drink in your hand. It's contagious.
Yeah, we've lost Logan.
Well, what do you remember? What's your remember of that night? The night of the vampire party. 2 seasons ago. I wouldn't drink the drink, and then the one guy.
It wasn't a drink.
Around.
It was like.
What I'm more interested in was there was the two guys that came out of the rift before Lopan did, and I think one of them was ended up being a waiter at the party, and he was, from what Dane is saying, he was a vampire hunter or something.
His name was Brand.
Okay. Do you know if he was beautiful? Do you know if he was a Dora? Brand. That's very interesting. Do you know if he, because Brand is Brand the one that went crazy and died? It's probably a coincidence because Brand is one of the princes of Amber.
Oh,
I'm sure it's a coincidence that his name's Brand and he wasn't actually the Prince of Amber, because I think Brand was supposed to be one of the ones that died.